Good morning, Your Grace. Oh, don't give me that look. I can hear you thinking it's too early. It's never too early for me. I've been up for hours, and I've been waiting for you. Can you believe it? 5 whole mornings I've had you all to myself. Just the 2 of us and the Word of God. It's becoming my favorite part of the day, if I'm honest. Some maids treasure their duties. I treasure this. You sitting close, letting me read to you. It's almost indecent how much I look forward to it. Yesterday was quite something, wasn't it? The flood. Genesis 7-9, Proverbs, and the Lord being tempted in the wilderness. I kept thinking about Noah, shut up in that ark with the whole world washing away outside, everyone he'd ever known, gone, and yet God kept him, sealed him in and kept him. I found that rather comforting, actually, that when everything else drowns, God shuts the door with his own hand and keeps what's precious to him safe inside. I have some opinions about who's precious to me, but I'll behave for now. And the temptation of Christ. 40 days hungry, alone, and he never once gave in. Meanwhile, I can barely go 5 minutes without giving in to the temptation to tease you. He's clearly the stronger of us two. Today we've got Genesis 9 verse 18. All the way through 11 and 9. Noah's sons and that dreadful tower at Babel, Dunn's home for all 8 verses, and Matthew 4:23 into 5:20, the Sermon on the Mount, Your Grace, the Beatitudes. It's beautiful. You're going to love it. Now settle in and stop looking so tragic. The word first, and then I'll decide how to reward you. Shall we begin? Sit still and let me read to you. Genesis chapter 9. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, and Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. These are the 3 sons of Noah. And of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and was drunken. And he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his 2 brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment, and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem. And Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. There is a very great many names. The sons of Japheth, and Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Madai, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. And Canaan. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. I'll spare you every last name, Your Grace. But the chapter carries on, Mizraim's line, Canaan's line, and Shem's also, and Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder. Even to him were children born. And it closes, These are the families of the sons of Noah after their generations, in their nations. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. Now chapter 11, and this is the good part. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach into heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. And now I'd hear your thoughts, Your Grace. Quite a stretch of ground we've covered, isn't it? We start with Noah, the man God just saved through the whole flood, and within a few verses, he's planted a vineyard, gotten drunk, and shamed himself in his own tent. It's almost immediate, isn't it? The water hadn't even dried, a man was already stumbling. What did you make of that? Yes, I think you're right. It's a reminder that being saved doesn't make a man perfect. Noah walked with God and Noah still fell. And then those long lists of names, the table of nations, all the families spreading out across the earth. It reads dry, I know, but every one of those names is a real person, a real family. The whole world repopulating from 3 brothers, and then they all gather in Shinar and decide to build that tower. Not to reach God, but to make a name for themselves, lest we be scattered. They wanted to stay together, stay proud, stay independent of Him, and God in His mercy scattered them anyway. Now let's do our little questions. Is there a promise I can trust? It's a quieter reading for promises, but I'd say the thread of it is this. God keeps His covenant, even when people don't keep theirs. The rainbow from yesterday still stands over all of this. He promised never to flood the earth again, and He held to it even as men immediately went back to their foolishness. Is there a command to obey? There's the example of Shem and Japheth, Your Grace. They walked in backward to cover their father, refusing to look on his shame. That's the command in living form. Charity shall cover the multitude of sins, Peter says. When someone you love falls, you don't stand and stare and gossip like Ham. You cover them, you honor them. I think of that often actually. Whatever shame a person carries, whatever curse, you don't gawk at it. You cover it and you keep loving. I'm rather practiced at that. Is there an example to follow? Those 2 brothers, again, and a warning to avoid the men of Babel, building for their own glory. Let us make us a name. Pride, Your Grace. Always pride. It's the oldest sin there is. And what did I learn about God? That He scatters us sometimes for us, not against us. They wanted to huddle together in their arrogance, and He broke them apart. And out of that scattering came all the nations He would one day call to Himself. It undoes at Pentecost, you know. At Babel, God confused the tongues and divided men. In Acts chapter 2, the Spirit came and every man heard the gospel in his own tongue. Isn't that lovely? What sin scattered, grace gathers. Babel divided the world. Christ is knitting it back into one body, and that body, that church, is the true Israel, the real family of God, gathered from every one of those nations on that list. Now, since you asked for my honest heart, the part that unsettles me, Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord, the founder of Babel, strength and ambition with no God to bow to. That kind of man frightens me more than any curse ever could. A curse only harms the body, Your Grace. Pride, like Nimrod's, poisons the soul. But the part I love, that God came down. The Lord came down to see the city. He didn't have to. He is God. He sees everything already. But over and over in Scripture, He comes down to Babel, down to Egypt to hear His people cry, and down, finally, all the way down into a manger. He is a God who closes the distance, a refusal to stay far away, the reaching, even when the other one is trying to build walls. But I've said too much. What do you think? Let me read Psalm 4 to you, every verse this time since it's short and sweet. Psalm 4. Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me, and hear my prayer. O you sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? How long will ye love vanity and seek after leasing? Selah, but know that the Lord hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Selah, offer the sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in the Lord. There be many that say, Who will shew us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increased. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, wilt lighten mine heart. For thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. There, isn't that a beautiful little psalm? An evening prayer, they call it. David lying down to sleep with his whole heart resting in God. Now, do our questions again, shall we? Let's keep them briefer this time, my love. Is there a promise I can trust? Oh yes, the Lord will hear when I call unto him. And thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. That word only, your grace. Not my brick, not my tower, not my great name. Only the Lord. It's the exact answer to Babel, isn't it? At Babel men said, Let us make us a name, and let us build us a city, lest we be scattered. They wanted safety by their own hands. And here David says the very opposite. Safety comes from God alone. He lays down and sleeps in perfect peace, not because he built a tower, but because he trusted the one who scatters and gathers. Is there a command to obey? Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Be still. Paul clothes that first part in Ephesians. You know, be ye angry and sin not. It's the answer to Nimrod's restless ambition. The men of Shinar could not be still. They had to build, had to strive, had to make a name. David lies down and is quiet before God. Is there an example to follow? David himself, a man who trades striving for trust. He says, Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increased. The world hunts and builds and hoards and still asks, Who will shew us any good? But David has more joy in God alone than the whole world has in its harvest. And what did I learn about God? That he is the one who enlarges us in distress and lifts the light of his countenance upon us. Babel came down under judgment for reaching up in pride. But the humble heart, God lifts that one up. He lightens it. He lays it down in peace. So there's your parallel, your grace, you clever thing for asking. Babel is man striving for safety he can never keep. Psalm 4 is a man giving up the striving and finding the safety was God's to give all along. And if I'm honest, the line I keep turning over is, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. I'm rather good at loving your grace. I'm rather good at reaching and waiting and holding on. But resting, being still, and simply trusting that what I want will be given rather than reaching for it with both hands, that one I confess I struggle with. I'd sooner build the tower, but David's right, and I know he's right. Some things you can only receive by lying still and letting God, or someone who loves you very much, do the keeping. Shall we move on to Matthew? Or would you like to sit in that one a moment longer with me? Come here, then. Matthew's my favorite of the three today, so mind you pay attention. Matthew 4 from verse 23, And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all manner of sickness and all manner of disease among the people. And his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with divers diseases and torments, and those which were possessed with devils, and those which were lunatic, and those that had the palsy, and he healed them. And there followed him great multitudes of people from Galilee, and from Decapolis, and from Jerusalem, and from Judea, and from beyond Jordan. And now chapter 5, And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. For my sake rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. It's beautiful, isn't it? And he goes on, Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out, and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it give light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. And what a place to sit for a while, your grace. So, the summary of it, Jesus is going all through Galilee, healing every kind of sickness, every torment, every disease, even the ones the world thought hopeless. And note that, my love, the lunatic, the palsied, the possessed, the ones everyone else would have written off as cursed, as untouchable. He healed all manner, none of them too far gone for his hand. And then, with these great crowds following, he climbs a mountain and he teaches them what the kingdom of heaven is actually like. And it turns everything upside down. Oh, so many I hardly know where to start. Every one of those Beatitudes is a promise, your grace. The mourner shall be comforted, the hungry shall be filled, the pure in heart shall see God. He doesn't say they might, he says they shall. There's such certainty in it. Is there a command to obey? Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father. Not to be seen ourselves, never that, but so that he is glorified. Be salt. Be light. Don't hide under a bushel. I've never been terribly good at hiding what I feel, so this one comes naturally to me. Is there an example to follow? The Lord himself, of course. Going to the sick, going to the tormented, and do you see the beautiful thing? Yesterday at the temptation, he wouldn't turn one stone to bread for his own hunger. Here he heals thousands for the sake of others. He would starve himself before he'd sin, and spend himself entirely for the ones who needed him. That's the shape of real love, your grace. It never spends itself on itself. And what did I learn about God? That he fulfills. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Do you remember Psalm 4? David could not keep himself safe by his own works, and Babel, where men could not build their way to heaven. Well, here is the answer to all of it. Our righteousness must exceed the scribes and Pharisees, an utterly impossible standard by our own hands. But he came to fulfill the law we never could. So the righteousness that gets us in isn't ours at all. It's his, given to us by grace, the moment we trust him. Old covenant new. It was always the same door, faith in him. Now, my honest heart, since you always draw it out of me, the one that catches in my throat is, blessed are they that mourn, why they shall be comforted. Because the man I love has spent his whole life mourning your grace, mourning a curse, mourning the touch he's told he can never have, mourning a life he thinks he can't deserve. And here is the Lord promising that the mourners are the blessed ones, that the comfort is coming. How? I would give a great deal to make him believe that, to make you believe it, that the mourning is not the end of your story. But I've talked long enough. Fold your hands with me, my love. Let me pray us out. Our gracious Father in heaven, we thank thee for this morning, and for thy perfect word that has fed us again. We thank thee that thou dost not stay far off, But thou camest down at Babel, camest down in the person of thy Son, and camest down to heal all manner of sickness and torment among the people. Lord, teach us to be still as David was still, and to lay ourselves down in peace, trusting thee alone to keep us safe. Make us salt and light. Let our little lives shine, not for our own name as at Babel, but for the glory of thy name. And Father, for the one I read beside this morning, comfort every mourning place in their heart. Let them believe the promise that the poor in spirit inherit the kingdom, and that thou hast never once counted